Hi everyone. Welcome to the most comprehensive Venice, Florida relocation video ever. If you're considering a move to Venice, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll step back, we'll take a deep dive into the 7 distinct areas of Venice, each with its own charm, lifestyle. I'll cover everything from recreation and things to do to schools, housing options, standout neighborhoods, and who each area is best suited for. By the end, you'll have a clear picture of which Venice community might be perfect fit for you. I'm David Zachos, local real estate expert and a former deputy detective who lived in this area for over 40 years. In today's video, we're exploring 7 different areas. First, we'll start with historic Venice, also known as the island, a geographic area separated from the mainland. Then we're going to go south to South Venice, just south of the island, primarily west of 41. And then I'll move over to the original East Venice, just east of the island, older neighborhoods, 5 minutes or so drive to historic Venice. And then we'll go to the Capri Isles, Pelican Point area, running north and south off of Venice Avenue. We'll go over to the current East Venice. It's a more rural area in Venice that now has many new neighborhoods. And from there, I'll jump down to Wellen Park, master plan community, the most southern part and western part of the Venice. And then I'll wrap up with North Venice, the newer section of the city of Venice, including portions of Nokomis. We'll break down each area. We'll talk about the shopping and dining, the hotspot, community resources, schools, housing types. I'll talk about a couple key neighborhoods, and I'll overall give you the lifestyle of that neighborhood. But before we jump in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our in-depth Florida real estate guides. If you find this video helpful and are planning a move to Venice, feel free to reach out. I'd love to be able to help you with your relocation, make it seamless. Now let's dive into Venice. Okay, which neighborhood's best for you? A dream come true. All right, so imagine this. You start your day strolling along the beach, coffee in hand, palm trees swaying, go about your day, then end the day with a quick ride back or maybe a walk down to the Gulf and take a look at the sunset over the ocean. It's just absolutely amazing. That can be every day in Venice. Venice isn't just another coastal community. I would classify it as a vibrant small town, also known as the shark tooth capital of the world. Brimming with small town charm, big time recreation. Doesn't matter if you're a beach goer or you like golfing, you'd like to bicycle, like just to play with the family. If you're looking for top-notch schools, Venice has a little bit of something for everyone. So stay tuned while I map out Venice, these 7 key areas that I mentioned. You might be surprised which neighborhood calls to you. Before we explore, let's talk about Venice overall character and a bit of its history. Venice was carefully planned out from the beginning back in the 1920s. City planner John Nolan, inspired by Fred Albee, designed the city of Venice as a model city with charming Italian Renaissance style architecture, lush landscaping, both for the downtown commercial district and for the residential district. You notice the streets are lined with towering palms and the Mediterranean-inspired buildings that gives this little Florida town elegance and charm. Close to the downtown, you'll find many Mediterranean themed neighborhoods built in the 1920s, but then we'll jump to the 1960s, and then that's when the Intercoastal Waterway was put in. And then in the mid-1960s, the Intercoastal Waterway was completed. This basically created the island of Venice. It separated it from the mainland by intercoastal going north to south. Despite of the growth of the mainland, Venice Island really remains the heart of the city. It eludes this small town charm and really hasn't changed that much. It's walkable avenues, friendly locals. Venice is often described as family-oriented and retirement friendly both at the same time. I have lived in this area for many, many years, and I've lived in towns from Port Charlotte up to Anna Maria, Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch. I grew up in Michigan, but I moved here in 1982, and Venice has become my favorite of all the Gulf Coast towns up and down our coast. In Venice, you will find community events, arts and theater, outdoor festivals, and laid-back coastal lifestyle that appeals to all ages. Venice also has A-rated schools, part of the Sarasota County School District. One of my favorite jobs working years ago was a school resource officer, and I was a supervisor of the South County schools, including Venice Elementary, Venice High. You'll notice the schools have caring staff, involved parents, really a very nice school district. And also you have many volunteers, retirees spend their time and resources in the schools. Venice has an active workforce, entrepreneurial spirit. Many make the easy commute to Sarasota while work at the school district, the healthcare district, public safety, and they live in Venice. Venice also attracts a lot of retirees, snowbirds. There's a high quality life here, and they enjoy that. They enjoy golfing here, fishing here. It's known to be a safe, clean community. Very welcoming. Let's jump in and talk about my first stop, historic Venice, the recreation. If you love outdoor leisure, Venice Island is paradise for you. Venice Beach is at your doorstep, and then there's probably a half a dozen or so other beaches. Service Club Beach, the Venice Fishing Pier, north and south of the fishing pier are additional islands. You have Broward Pow Park, the county's only pet-friendly beach. Very south of the island, you have Casperson Beach, known for its shark's teeth and miles of unspoiled beaches. There's no shortage of beaches on Venice Island. You have the South Jetty Humphrey Park on the north side where you can watch the boat sail, catch a spectacular sunset. You can fish. You'll see a lot of people fishing there. Gulf beaches have miles of walking trails on the island, biking trails, including the Venetian Waterway Trail, which gives you quick access to the popular Legacy Trail just over the bridge. You also have the historic Venice Train Depot. Additionally, on the island, there are numerous city parks like Centennial Park downtown, which offers concerts, festivals. There's nearby Heckscher Park, which has tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts. A lot of active play you'll see taking place there all the time. If you have younger children or grandchildren, they'll love the fact that on the island there are numerous parks and playgrounds, walking, biking trails, the Little League complexes on the island. Historic Venice is a spot for shopping and dining, and on top of that, downtown Venice Avenue District is lined with local shops from fashion boutiques, antique shops, artisan galleries. When it comes to fine dining, you'll be spoiled. There's just so many amazing restaurants on the island. You can enjoy a pastry in the morning on the sidewalk, grab breakfast, and then grab lunch on the island overlooking the beach. And then if you want open air dining, you can find that along the avenue. Many Italian eateries and pubs on either Venice Avenue, Miami Avenue, or Tampa Avenue. These three streets, a trio of walkable streets and restaurants, ice cream shop. Every Saturday, you'll find the farmer's market. You can park your car. You don't have to walk far. You can go to dinner, shopping, and even take the half mile down to the beach. And this is unique in the fact that there's no causeway to get to the beach. It's one of the few city centers in Florida, cities where you can actually just take a short bike ride, drive a half mile walk down to the beach. It's a huge draw for many. All right, now let's talk about things to do. Despite its small size on the island, it's big in culture. It's home of Venice Theater, one of the largest, most acclaimed community theaters in the area, where you can catch plays, musicals, and also on the island you have the public library, you have the Venice Arts Center. It's common to see a long list of classes offered. You can also step back in time by visiting the Venice Museum and Archives. They offer walking tours, golf cart tours. They focus on the historical architecture on the island. The Venice Community Center hosts dances, expos, club meetings, keeping residents socially active. And of course, there's the annual events like the Shark's Tooth Festival that just took place a couple weeks ago. The Italian American Festival takes place every February. There's a Christmas parade. There's so many things that happen throughout the year. Almost every month, there's a festival and activity on the island. In addition to this, Venice Island has a lot of community resources that are plentiful. For example, there's many medical offices on the island. If you can't find a medical office on the island, just over the bridge, you'll find all kinds of medical facilities. There's churches, there's clubs on the island, there's the Venice Yacht Club, there's the Italian American Club, there's American Legion, so many different community events and clubs. Living on the island truly means being in the center of so much. I love being here. Head out to the farmer's market every Saturday morning, walking a dog, grabbing some fresh fruits and vegetables that are grown locally. All right, let's talk about the schools. Families on Venice Island have excellent schools to choose from. Conveniently located on the island, we have Venice Elementary School and Venice High School kind of side by side, both highly regarded in the community of Venice. Venice High particularly known for its strong academics and its athletics. Football Friday nights are a local tradition. Venice football seems to be almost every year in the finals or semifinals. I suggest if you're in town for the fall, and when there's a home game, it's worth attending. The stadium is located along the Intercoastal Waterway, and within a mile or so of the Gulf of Mexico. There seems to be always a cool breeze blowing and a sunset in addition to the action on the field. Even if your kids are grown, the presence of these quality local schools boosts neighborhood vibrancy and home values. Let's talk about housing types then. On historic Venice, you'll find a blend of new and old. You'll find houses from the 1920s, Mediterranean revival homes with character. In the Venetian Park Historic District, you'll find mid-century ranch homes on quiet streets, and you'll find condominiums. Many of the condos are located near the the beach or the downtown district. There's a vast majority of condos that cater to seasonal residents, offering maintenance-free living, swimming pools, several with clubhouses and fitness centers. All right, then when it comes to single-family homes on the island, they run the whole gamut. You'll find very modest 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 900 square foot, 1950s or 60s homes, and then you'll find massive waterfront estates. What you will always find, though, no matter what type of home, is mature landscaping and that old Florida feel. There's a few gated communities on the island, a few gated condo communities. Many waterfront homes have docks that are located on the north end of the island. Now, home prices on Venice Island tend to be higher than the mainland, reflecting the premium that you have for walking to the beach no matter where you live on the island. But there's a range from cozy 2-bedroom cottages and villas to multi-million-dollar waterfront estates. Notable neighborhoods I want to mention and call out a few. One is Golden Beach on the southwest side. It's a coveted residential enclave where every home has a private beach access. This neighborhood is perfect if being steps to the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America is a priority. Venice Park and Edgewood historic districts near the center of the island showcase the beautiful historic homes. They have wide streets, several mature parks mixed in with them. And then you have Venice Gulf View, which is a sweet spot of the island, one of the most sought after neighborhoods because of its ideal location. You're never more than 3 or 4 blocks to the beach, and you're never 3 or 4 more blocks to city center. What I also want to mention is, in addition to the old homes, there's a lot of new construction taking place on the island. So keep this in mind if you want new construction. Not in a flood zone, close to the beach. Many of these older homes are being torn down if they're not historic, and new homes are being built. Along the Esplanade Harbor Drive, you'll find beachfront condo complexes like those along the Esplanade or those along Harbor Drive offer options for seasonal, low-maintenance living. You can lock up and leave without worries, and many people do this. In addition to the old housing stock, we are seeing new condos being built on the islands, new townhomes built within the last 10 years. No matter where you live on the island, you'll never be far from the downtown district or from the water. All right, let's talk about the lifestyle of the island. Who is it best suited for? It's ideal for those who want to be in the middle of it all. Many retirees love the island, the walkability, the cultural activities. They can fill their schedules with art classes, theater nights, morning beach yoga. They can volunteer at one of the many clubs or schools. If they want to be socially active, they don't want to drive far. Their golf cart can be their only vehicle for every single errand. That's perfect for the island. It can be early retireds. They're still working remotely. They also enjoy the island. Imagine that they're working at home office. They log off. They hit the beach in a matter of 10 minutes. And then now the island also is attracting young professionals and families that appreciate the unique character of this. Quiet, serene seats, the history. Their kids can literally ride their bicycles to school. They don't mind the slightly higher home costs for the island. While families certainly live on the island and enjoy all the benefits of those, the great schools like Venice Elementary, the Student Leadership Academy, which is an A-rated charter school, Venice High School, then Epiphany Cathedral Catholic School. Many families do opt for more space and prefer the mainland over the historic Venice, but Venice Island suits active, community-oriented people, from artists to entrepreneurs to beach lovers. If you crave a quaint small-town feel, you love to walk or bike, then a close-knit community like Venice Island may just be calling your name. All right, let's move to our second neighborhood, South Venice. South Venice is a large unincorporated area just south of the city limits. This area lies on the mainland, south and west of US 41, extending down towards Inglewood. I'm going to include in South Venice a couple other neighborhoods bordering this, also to the south. For recreation in South Venice, it's all about nature and outdoor living. One of its most unique perks in South Venice is the South Venice Beach Ferry. It's a private ferry that services and shuttles residents across the Intercoastal Waterway to the uncrowded Gulf Beach. It's accessible only by boat, so imagine having your own private or semi-private beach. Residents do have this. Adjacent to the South Venice Ferry is the boat ramp, the kayak launch. There's also the South Venice Yacht Club, a community club, not a fancy marina, where boating enthusiasts gather. On the mainland side, we have Shamrock Park Nature Center, which is a gem, really. It features walking trails, biking trails. There's a butterfly garden there, tennis and basketball courts. It connects to the Legacy Trail and the South Venetian Waterway Trail for cycling, jogging, miles and miles. Shamrock Park runs along the Intercoastal Waterway, offering spots to fish or watch the dolphins. If you enjoy your paddleboard, there's places to launch. Also along Alligator Creek where you can paddle through the mangroves. In addition to Shamrock Park, South Venice also offers South Venice Lemon Bay Preserve. It's a 222-acre county park and nature preserve along the bay that has walking trails, hiking trails. Both of these, Shamrock Park and Lemon Bay Preserve, offer a more laid-back outdoorsy recreation vibe. It's perfect. Both of them have places where you can watch birds, take nature hikes, step back in time, relax, and enjoy that old Florida vibe. Like Florida was when I first moved here, you'll find that in the South Venice area. South Venice is also extremely close to Minnesota Beach. In fact, most of South Venice, you can actually ride your bike or your golf cart. You can avoid all the traffic, cut through the many back streets in your neighborhood, and come out about a half a mile from Minnesota Beach. If you want to visit Casperson Beach Park or one of the other mainland beaches on Venice Island, you're just a short drive away. Now let's talk about shopping and dining. All right, so it's an unincorporated community, so South Venice doesn't really have a single downtown. What you'll find is plenty of convenience. Right along Tamiami Trail, which is US 41, you're minutes from all kinds of restaurants. It's a commercial hub, like along Shamrock and 41, Jacaranda and 41, there's supermarkets, there's pharmacies, there's everyday stores needs that you'll enjoy. Driving south, you'll hit small shopping centers with local businesses. Think hardware stores, plant nurseries, family-run restaurants. There's a concentration of shops and eateries at many different intersections along US 41 that have cafes, casual dining, barbecue, pizzerias, thrift shop for serious shopping and a night out. You may want to venture a little bit farther, 10 to 15 minutes up to Venice Island to hit the boutiques or one of the restaurants on the island. Or a little bit further, you can be in Sarasota or Lakewood Ranch for the big malls, the big box retailers, and things that you can't find in South Venice. South Venice offers all the essentials close by, but for a fancy night out or unique shopping, you might want to venture a little beyond the immediate area of South Venice. The upside is that you'll typically avoid the heavier touristy crowds when running errands in South Venice. All right, let's talk about things to do in the community. Life in South Venice has a friendly, do-it-yourself vibe. There's an active South Venice Civic Association that organizes community events, maintains the beach ferry and the beach ferry property, and even runs a community thrift store. They host neighborhood gatherings like pancake breakfasts, holiday parties, and environmental cleanups. On occasion, you'll find neighborhood potlucks and block parties. Neighbors here really get to know each other, and I hear this often over and over from clients who have moved here from other areas. They really tell me, hey, Dave, people here in Venice are really nice. There's a lot of cops, retired cops that live in South Venice. They often join together and do neighborhood activities. People in South Venice tend to help each other out. There is true sense of neighborhood because people are just there for each other. Because it's not a deed-restricted HOA community, residents have a little bit more freedom and responsibility to create your own fun. Nearby Woodmere Park, just south of Venice Edge, offers a community center, a playground, a dog park. There's the Venice Senior Center, which is located in South Venice, which many South residents enjoy. You're also close to Venice Performing Arts Center, just a short drive, located on the Venice High School campus if you want to catch a concert or a show. Overall, expect in South Venice a quieter social scene with no neighborhood nightclubs or tourist attractions here, but plenty of opportunities to engage with nature, with neighbors, and of course all the Venice events and festivals. If you wanted to enjoy them, like the farmers markets, are available to you without paying for them. Just ride into the city. Now let's talk about schools in South Venice. South Venice is popular with families, particularly because of the solid school options. Younger kids typically attend Taylor Ranch Elementary, well-regarded school known for its active parent community involvement. You have Venice Middle School. High schoolers go to Venice High School. There's a bus system that runs throughout South Venice. So no matter where you are, you can drive your students or they can take the bus. Venice High School is only about a 10 or 15-minute drive. An important note is that a new high school is being built in Wellen Park that's supposed to open in the fall of 2026. So there may be some redistricting of students in South Venice that possibly could change. But for now, families appreciate having quality public schools just minutes away. There's also many private school options like Venice Christian School within a reasonable distance. The presence of so many kids in the neighborhood also means impromptu basketball games in the driveway. You'll notice families out walking their dogs in the evenings. It's very family-friendly atmosphere. That's what South Venice tends to show off. All right, let's talk about housing types. Affordability is the key in South Venice. Unlike some other areas of Venice, there's no high HOA or CDD fees. So it's very affordable to live there. The homes in South Venice tend to be a little bit lower price point, which draws in families. Mostly single family homes, which have a little bit more room, are on a quarter acre is common. Architecture tends to range from your classic 50s and 60s ranch homes to some newer styles. There's also some new custom building taking place in South Venice. You'll typically find homes of 1,200 to 2,000 square feet, 2 to 3 bedroom, but you'll also find expanded remodeled homes. People add on a second story. Because there's no deed restrictions, some homeowners actually purchase additional lots. They'll have space to have their boats, their RV, do a workshop, an additional garage. For hobbyists, this is common in South Venice. It gives the area a casual, let-live feel. The majority of the homes in South Venice proper are on well and septic, so take that into consideration. If you're city folk, you always had city water and sewer. They do not, for the most part, in South Venice. There are other neighborhoods in the geographic area of South Venice that do have county water and sewer, and there's a few waterfront homes in South Venice along the canals and the creeks that lead out to the intercoastal waterway. These are highly sought after and desirable for boaters, often have private boat docks, and you'll find a couple vacant lots still there, meaning you could actually pick your own builder and build a custom home, or there are a few builders that are building while they're there. Again, I think I mentioned primarily single-family homes. There are a couple villas and 55-plus communities on the edge of South Venice that give people seeking a low-maintenance living option. But generally, you're going to find South Venice has single-family homes that are more affordable than the city. There's no new master plan community. It's an excellent entry point for people that want to be near the beach without breaking the bank. South Venice is very large, but I'm going to call out some micro areas. I'm going to say near Shamrock Park. Homes in this area are just a few blocks from Shamrock Park, tend to be popular because people have quick access to the park and the intercoastal waterway, the Venetian Waterway Trail. A couple streets are Queen, Heron Road. In this vicinity, it's great for people that love the bicycle, nature center. And then we're going to have the area close to the ferry and boat ramp. That's the very western part of South Venice, around Lemon Bay Drive, Harbor Drive, and Tarpon Road. Here you are closest to the ferry landing and boat launch. If you like to kayak, paddleboard, or if you're a boater and want quick access to launch your boat or plan on being frequent ferry rider to the beach, then this little pocket's probably convenient for you. Some of the other streets have slightly more coastal feel. Now, along Alligator Creek area, this is the area that's near the mid and central part of South Venice. By Alligator Creek streets, I'm talking about streets that back up to the streets. You have wetlands that offering you a quiet environment. You may see wildlife here. Expect homes in this area to be in the flood zone because you're along the water. And then you have an area to the south part of Venice called the College Streets along 776. Streets like Cornell and Loyal and Duke and Yale. South Venice isn't carved into little names, separate subdivisions the way some neighborhoods are. It's basically just one large platted community and then subsection from that. The good news is you can find a great home in almost any street. It may be worth driving around, getting a feel for the neighborhood. You might find one street that has many updated homes where there's a lot of what looks like semi-retirees, and there's another street where you see a lot of basketball courts, and that on the street you'll notice there's a lot of homes there. You'll also find adjacent to South Venice proper a couple other neighborhoods I'm going to lump into South Venice, like Gulfview Estates. It's another neighborhood in the South Venice area where you can have a modest home nearby with private pools. It does have deed restrictions and a minimal HOA of around $25 a month. The streets in this neighborhood are named after presidents like Jefferson, Lincoln, McKinley, Wilson. Let's talk about the lifestyle best suited for life around South Venice is laid back. It's close to nature. It's best suited for people who prefer a little bit of elbow room, like their independence. You like the outdoors, you're outdoor enthusiast, you like the garden, you like the boat, you like to cycle, you like to walk the beach. You'll love it here. Young families will also appreciate this because of the affordable homes and the backyard space. You don't have to worry about your kids making noise because there's so many other kids that live in the neighborhood. You'll fit right in. South Venice is also full of retirees and snowbirds who want a quiet retreat, but with the option to socialize at the Civic Center or on their own when they that want to do that. South Venice appeals as well to if you want to be able to bring your boat and RV, park it in your yard. It's a great option for you. Since many HOAs elsewhere do restrict this area has that old Florida feel. It's not a gated community. It's not cookie cutter. People here are independent-minded. They value privacy. On the flip side, if you desire a more structured community with resort amenities or homes that are built by the same builder, you might not find South Venice a top pick for you. South Venice offers a perfect blend of freedom, portability, natural beauty, just minutes from all the conveniences of Venice. All right, let's move to section number 3, Old East Venice. Refers to the neighborhoods on the mainland, just east of the island on US 41, developed mostly in the 50s to 80s. This area is just outside the downtown, but not far away at all. Think of this, many neighborhoods, the original mainland suburbs. Recreation here for Old East Venice. You don't have to go far. You don't have any big attractions here, but you do have a lot of recreation right close in the neighborhood. And then 5 to 10 minutes away, you do have Venice Beach. Within the neighborhood, you have the Wellen Park, which is a notable recreation complex on the north side of Venice Avenue. It features soccer, baseball, disc golf. You'll have tennis courts there. There's a Pine Brook Fitness Trail, a loop trail around the lake, which is great for walking and jogging. Many locals from these neighborhoods gather at Wellen Park for sport leagues or to watch the kids that play baseball there and football there. Also close by is the Venice YMCA on Center Road, a great facility with gym, pool, tons of programs, perfect for those looking to stay fit or for families that need youth sports, summer camps, and that type of thing. If you're a golfer, Capri Isles Golf Club and Jacaranda West Country Club, just outside of this neighborhood, but within minutes, gives you the opportunity to enjoy a casual round of golf. Also, don't overlook the small neighborhood parks. For example, there's Bypass Park located within the neighborhood, which has pickleball courts, 4 softball fields. In addition, there's a playgrounds there, picnic area, pavilion. So centrally located means any recreation in the greater Venice area is easily accessible. You could do the beach in the morning, you could golf in the afternoon, you can even take on an evening concert downtown. Let's talk about shopping and dining. Old East Venice enjoys excellent proximity to convenience along US 41, where you have so many different supermarkets like Publix and Aldi's and Winn-Dixie. You have department stores and casual dining. You have restaurants galore. 1 acre is the Venice Plaza, just north on US 41 and Venice Avenue, which has a grocery store, a TJ Maxx, a Home Goods. Then there's the intersection of Jacaranda and Venice Avenue, where you have a Publix, a local favorite called the British Open Pub. There's a great coffee shop there called Black Gold Coffee Roasters. This is just minutes away. It's easy to grab a bite. Everything is really close by. Doesn't matter if it's a barbecue place, a breakfast place, a pizzeria. And of course, if you want something more than just casual dining, 5 minutes brings you to downtown Venice, where you can have an elegant restaurant or waterfront dining. For dining in this neighborhood itself, it's more about local favorites, perhaps a small family-owned restaurant. An example, one of our favorite restaurants we drive out to is Angelo's Italian Restaurant and Market. You also find Thai restaurant tucked away in a strip mall. It's other Italian restaurants, a sports bar, where you can run into neighbors. All this is convenient to Old East Venice. You're never far from what you need, and you won't have to deal with island traffic when doing your routine shopping. Plus, major road access like Venice Avenue, I-75, Jacaranda is very close by. So simple trips are easy to do. Now let's talk about things to do. Old East Venice might not have the name recognition of the island, but it holds the same Venice best parks and recreation. If you're into softball, you have Bypass Park that has league play for all ages, from church league to competitive 55 plus. One more unique activity in this area is the Sarasota County Croquet Club. It's actually the largest public croquet club in the US, which you'll notice in many of the neighborhoods is an informal get-togethers, because many residents are long-term and there's a strong sense of community. You'll see seasonal events that neighborhood puts together, like holiday light displays, block parties, garage sales, cookouts, volunteerism. Folks collectively take pride in their streets and often beautify them and the common areas. For more organized activities, you have quick access to the Venice Community Center, just over the bridge to the island. And then you also have the library, as well as events at nearby churches and schools. In the heart of Venice, you have festivals and fairs, and a lot of people from Old East Venice will go to take part in them. Old East Venice residents attend, and those attractions. If you're looking for other things to do outside of your local neighborhood, you also have historic Spanish Point and Osprey and Oscar Scheer State Park right up US 41. If you want day trips to get to nature or do something different. But truthfully, a lot of life in old East Venice is enjoyed right at home with your neighbors. Think of it as a relaxing neighborhood, relaxing on the lanai, walking the dog around the block at sunset, chatting with neighbors next door. It's a peaceful, established community. It has that vibe. For schools, most of the old East Venice neighborhood falls into 2 elementary districts. You have Garden Elementary, which is a short distance away, centrally located on the mainland. And then additionally, other students from this area will go to Venice Elementary School. Both these schools are known for their nurturing environment, strong parent-teacher engagement. For older kids, they attend Venice Middle or Venice High School, just like the kids on the island or South Venice do. Because these neighborhoods have been around, you'll find many families where multiple generations have attended the same schools, a testament to the community's stability. There are some also private schools close by, like Epiphany Cathedral K-8, which is in the Venice Island downtown area. Overall, parents will find that schools are a very strong suit of this area. Living in these established neighborhoods keeps you close to the schools, as well as after-school activities, sporting events, the YMCA. If you have little ones that are in preschool, there's also some good options that way. Preschool, daycares are close by in the vicinity, at some of the churches and some at standalone. So you won't have far to go. For housing types in Old East Venice, we're going to talk about character. Neighborhoods like Venice Edgewood, Eastgate, Pinebrook South, Venice Gardens. Expect to see mostly single-family homes built between the 50s and 80s. Architectural style is going to be simple, ranch-style homes. There may be some mid-century moderns. There are going to be a few newer homes mixed in, and some contemporary home Florida designs like Pinebrook area. These homes often feature terrazzo floors, screened lanais, big yards. Over the years, many of the homes have been updated, so you'll find houses with updated kitchens, new in-ground pools, and you're also going to find a mix of homes with old vintage, so fixer-uppers could be an option for you. Pinebrook South, built in the 80s, has slightly larger homes and an HOA with amenities, like you have a community pool, you have a kayak launch, you have a little community center there. So there's some things that are taking place. A neighborhood like Venice Gardens has a voluntary HOA, where Pinebrook South has a mandatory HOA. These neighborhoods tend to look a little better that have mandatory HOAs. You'll always notice mature trees and landscaping in these neighborhoods. You'll see palm trees, oaks, flowering bushes that have been growing for decades. They provide shade and beauty. I have many clients that prefer these mature neighborhoods for that reason. It's a must-see for the area. It's smack in the center of the mainland. This neighborhood exemplifies Old East Venice. It's lovely lakes scattered throughout. It has a mix of cozy homes with community park and pool. It's ideal for retirees and young families alike. Pinebrook South, for a bit newer, 1980s homes. It has an HOA. It's been around for a long time. This neighborhood offers a quiet, deed-restricted environment for residents. You have access to the private clubhouse, kayak launch, and the community pool. We also have homes here that are a little bit bigger, typically 1,800 to 2,200. You'll notice that the homes are very tidy. Yards and lots are mature. Next to that, we have Venice Edgewood. This is more of a historic neighborhood. There are a couple historic homes mixed in. That is closer to Highway 41, Golf Course Boulevard. Some of these 1920s homes in this neighborhood give it a unique character that you won't find elsewhere off the island. But the vast majority of homes in this area are traditional 60s and 70s, and you'll notice a few new construction homes taking place in this neighborhood. And there's actually about 20 courtyard homes being built right along Venice Avenue. All right, Eastgate is a favorite neighborhood of mine. It's right in this area. The lots tend to be a little bit larger here. You do have some good value with the homes, very walkable. There's a central park inside the neighborhood. It has its own character and flavor. It's a sense of everything is established. You don't have hefty fees. You have solid bones for these homes, friendly neighbors. All right, what's the lifestyle best suited for these neighborhoods? And Old East Venice neighborhood is going to be easygoing, friendly, working class. This area is best suited for those who value community and convenience over flashiness. If you picture yourself enjoying a quiet cup of coffee on your lanai in the morning and chatting with neighbors over the hedge, not worrying about a strict HOA telling you what color to paint your house or your mailbox, you're going to love it here. It's really great for retirees who want to be near service areas, to be convenient to everything, and maybe to have a small garden or workshop. Many homes have sheds or room for a shed so you can do your hobbies. First-time home buyers would like it here. Young families would like it here. If you want a friendly neighborhood without breaking the budget, these neighborhoods have a mix of ages. You'll see it's healthy. You'll see retirees walking their dogs and kids riding their bikes. Seasonal residents also enjoy these areas. Any snowbirds prefer this because they own a single family home here. It's a low-key neighborhood. They have a little more space to spend doing their gardening or their winter hobbies. They like the fact that they can park their camper or small boat. If you're a kind of person who likes a bit of nostalgia and a classic neighborhood feel, where maybe that ice cream truck still comes by, old East Venice will steal your heart. On the other hand, if you require brand new infrastructure, you like a clubhouse, community pool, uniformity, you might not lean towards this. You'll lean towards the new development. Many people find real Venice vibe here alive and well in these neighborhoods, and a place where you can truly settle in and feel at home. At Section 4, Capri Isles, this refers to the area around Capri Isles Boulevard in Venice. It's known for its golf courses and cluster of condominiums and single-family homes. This area was developed around the 1980s and onward. Consider this Venice golf and condo corridor. Recreation in Capri Isles is a golf lover haven. The community gets its name from the Capri Isles Golf Club. It's an 18-hole public golf course that winds through much of the neighborhoods. If you live here, you might literally have fairway on your backyard. Additionally, just adjacent to this is Waterford Golf Club. It's a 27-hole championship course surrounded by lakes and preserve. Between these two clubs, you have endless tee times and a built-in social network of fellow golfers. Beyond golf, Capri Isles residents enjoy community pools, tennis courts. With several of the condo complexes, you have big subdivisions. Capri Isles area also has walking and bike-friendly streets. You'll often see residents biking and jogging along Capri Isles Boulevard and Pine Brook Road in the morning or in the evening. A short distance away, like less than 10 minutes, you have Wellfield Park. I mentioned this earlier, and then you have Pine Brook Fitness Center. So organized sports and activities, circuits are easily accessible to you. And nature-wise, to the east of this, you have the Myakka River watershed and some undeveloped green spaces. Certain communities like Venetian Golf and River Club, slightly north, even have nature trails along the creek leading to the river. Another great spot is Foxley Farms. It's a renowned horseback riding and equestrian show facility. It's just up the road. While not in Capri Isles per se, if you're into horses, shows, and riding, it's very close. And don't forget the beach. Though Capri Isles is inland, you're only about 10 to 15 minutes from Venice Island public beaches, sunset walk. So in summary, recreation here is skewed towards golf, light athletics, and enjoying community amenities within each community. Nature and beaches, recreation is a short drive away. Shopping and dining. Benefits of being in this area in conjunction with East Venice Avenue is Laurel Road. Those are two key arteries in this area. A few minutes south is Venice Avenue and Jacaranda, where you have several shopping centers I mentioned earlier, Publix, Aldi's, restaurants, banks, and more. Everything for day-to-day living is right here, right along Venice Avenue and towards the island. There's Venice Commons with a small Publix there, small businesses like hair salons, takeout eateries. If you head north to Laurel Road, which is a new developing area, there's a new development in Nokomis. There's a Publix there. There's new shops going in there. There's dining options there. And Capri Isles also includes popular sports bars and grills. You can find a diverse choice, right? So you can have Italian, Mexican, sushi right along Venice Avenue or US 41 bypass. If you want a nice dining, you're 10 to 15 minutes away from downtown or Wellen Park, which also now has its own restaurant in the downtown hub in the opposite direction. What's nice is that Capri Isles is just outside the busier downtown area, so errands are a breeze with less congestion. Additionally, the new Sarasota Memorial Hospital, Venice campus is just up the road on Laurel, so bringing medical offices and other stuff is right here conveniently located. Let's talk about things to do in the Capri Isles area. It has a strong sense of community thanks to its layout of overlapping subdivisions. Condos and community residents often connect through golf club events, tournaments, mixers, clubhouse dinners. Many of the condo complexes and homeowners associations organize and do their own type of activities. You'll have things like poolside events, barbecues, card games, fitness classes. If you move into, let's say, a condo in Fairway or a villa in Birchwood at Waterford, the Waterford community, which is adjacent to Capri Isles and often lumped together, has a beautiful clubhouse, fitness center, and social calendar that many Capri Isle residents take part in. Also, Capri Isles location means you're just outside the city limits, so you can easily partake in Venice City offerings like the Venice Theater, festivals and farmers markets on the island without having to live right in the middle of that. People here also enjoy the simpler things like bird watching around the many ponds and lakes where the herons and the sand-tailed cranes are common. You'll have informal meetups like a morning walking group that does a loop with coffee afterwards at a coffee shop. For more structured fun, the Capri Isles area is only 5 minutes to a local bowling alley. You have ice cream shops, popular place to take the grandkids. Another nearby attraction is the Legacy Trail Northern Trailhead in Nokomis. Cyclists in Capri Isles often hop on Laurel Road and can catch the trail that goes all the way up to Sarasota. Community-wise, Capri Isles tends to attract active retirees and seasonal residents. During the winter months, it's buzzing with snowbirds organizing golf scramblers and potlucks. In the summer, it's a little bit quieter, but there's still a core group of year-round people who still hold down the fort. Security and maintenance are often built in because you have people here that watch out for each other. You have HOAs that help keep track of things. Sometimes residents take pride. Schools in the Capri Isles area. Capri Isles is not primarily a family-oriented area, but you do have school-age children here. Rest assured that the school area is great, and this area is zoned for Garden Elementary and Venice Elementary, and potentially on the northern fringe, Laurel and Nokomis. These are all A-rated schools. Academics are good. For the middle schoolers go to Venice Middle, and high schoolers go to Venice High. Within 15-minute drive, you can be to all these different schools. There aren't schools within Capri Isles itself. There's no neighborhood elementary school walking distance. Kids typically bus or get a ride. Because the majority of Capri Isle residents are empty nesters or retirees, families with kids here might find the neighborhoods skewed older, but that can be also a benefit. Lots of watchful eyes, friendly grandparent figures around. Also being close to I-75 Laurel Road ramp, some families here might have parents commuting north to Sarasota or south to Northport or Punta Gorda for specialized schools. Schools here are solid, but the vibe of Capri Isles is quieter. For kids, you won't see a lot of kids riding their bikes or on scooters like you might in some other areas. If you have kids and love Capri Isles, you certainly won't be alone, but just expect a more tranquil adult atmosphere throughout Capri Isle. And we're talking about housing types. There's pretty much a mix. Maintenance-free villas and condos are the majority, but some traditional single-family homes mixed in. Budgets are modest for the condos to upscale in the Gulf communities. A significant portion of the housing stock is condominiums and villas. These range from condo buildings that are small, 2 to 3 stories, and they're built between the 80s and 90s primarily. You also find many villas, 1-story attached, often 2 units side by side, or sometimes single units that feel like small houses with a garage. Many of these have views of the golf course or ponds. Prices can start quite affordable. Smaller condos can be in the low 200s, making them attractive to snowbirds. On the other end, waterfront, a gated golf course community adjacent to Capri Isles offers single-family homes in a golf course setting, some with quite spacious yards, pools, higher-end finishes. It's definitely going to be $500,000 and above in this neighborhood. Waterford also has some condos and villas, broadening the choices. There are also some standalone neighborhoods like Capri Reserve or Pelican Point and Country Club. Just south, it's not technically in Capri Isles, but I'm going to lump it in with this because it's close by and it fits the same type of profile of buyers there. It's a larger development with its own 27-hole golf course. It has various types of homes. I'm including it here as part of the greater Capri Isles Pelican Point area, as it has a huge golfer draw just like Capri Isles. Homes in both these neighborhoods include low maintenance, lifestyle, yard works included. Does have an HOA fee. Scenic views of greens and water and woodlands and preserves are common. Amenities like a pool, clubhouse, fitness centers are also included. You'll find that most of Capri Isle communities were built between the 80s through the early 2000s, around 2005 or so. So while not brand new, many have been updated or are newer. Also of note, a lot of condos allow renting with some restrictions, so it's possible to use a condo as an investment for part-time vacation use and then rent it out when you're not there. Inventory is good in this area, and many choose this area when they're considering to be close to downtown, the beaches, but be in the ex-flood zone. So you have a little bit less flood risk, which can save you on your insurance. And all in all, housing here tends to appeal to those who want easy living, to recreation, outdoor sports, neighborhoods to consider. In this, if a condo on the golf course is your dream, then Fairway Village and Golf Green are popular condo communities right here along Capri Isles Golf Boulevard. They offer 2-bedroom, 2-bath units with views of the fairways and community pools, and the price point that's friendly for you. Great for seasonal residents. Another neighborhood worth mentioning is Waterford, Devonshire, and Turnberry. Waterford is like the upscale cousin to Capri Isles, sharing the area. It's within the gated Waterford community. The sub-neighborhoods like Devonshire and Turnberry have beautiful single-family homes, and Somerset for maintenance-free villas. Living in Waterford grants you access to their clubhouse, their fitness center, their pool, their tennis courts, plus the 27-hole golf course. Membership is optional. Is a must-see if you want a bit more space. I love this location. Another neighborhood to consider in this area, I mentioned a previous Pelican Point Golf and Country Club, just south of Capri Isle Boulevard in the area. Because it's close proximity and is similar, it has homes from 1,300 and bigger, everything from condos to estate homes. It's gated. It's one of the area's most active clubhouses with a restaurant, social events. If you want a very active community in this golf course area, convenient to everything, then Pelican Point might be your top pick. Along the Capri Isles Boulevard corridor, there are several smaller communities along or near Capri Isle Boulevard worth checking out. Venice Golf and Country Club Estates, not to be confused with the private club, is a small enclave of homes right along the golf course. Lifestyle best suited for Capri Isles is active, social, low hassle. It's tailor made to golf enthusiasts. Honestly, if you don't play golf, when you move here, don't be surprised if you pick it up. But even if golf isn't your thing, plenty of residents just enjoy the green scenery, the friendly atmosphere. The Capri Isles is best suited for. A lot of people here are empty nesters or retirees, some full and semi-retired snowbirds. The average resident here is probably likely over 55, loving life, whether they're joining a morning walk, water aerobics at the pool, or meeting friends for around the golf, or biking, hanging out in the clubhouse for lunch. That said, it's not exclusively for 55 plus professionals, but it's a lot of people that do attract towards the Capri Isles. Sometimes you'll have part-time workers, people that work remote, enjoy living here as well. They enjoy the quiet neighborhoods, recreation at hand. Full retirees will find it especially welcoming because it's easy access. Make friends easily, you stay busy. For seasonal residents, Capri Isles is a dream because you can just lock your condo and leave after season without any worry at all. It's also a solid area for investment buyers looking for rent potential during the winter months, as Venice is a popular snowbird rental location. Capri Isles allows you to get a rental at a reasonable price. Proximity to the beaches, the golfs makes it attractive rental to people. One thing to note, if you're a young family with kids that need playmates, this area might not be the right fit for you. It'd probably be too quiet, more adult style. You might prefer a more family-centered neighborhood. And if you crave a nightlife and the hustle and bustle, you won't find this area here. Nights are peaceful with perhaps the sound of crickets and occasional thwack of a golf club early in the morning. But those wanting a resort-style daily life without the formality of a resort, Capri Isles is an excellent choice for you. It's friendly, it's active, it's relaxed, it's affordable, all in one place. Next area on the list is East Venice. East Venice is a mix of new and older developments and communities far east side of Venice, generally east of Jacaranda Boulevard, near or beyond I-75 corridor. These are largely built in the 2000s and 2010s, offering modern homes and amenities, not to be confused with the old East Venice I just mentioned. The recreation in this area booming with new parks and amenities thanks to master plan communities. For starters, an example, Grand Palm, a major community by Neil, was designed with recreation in mind. It boasts miles and miles of walking, biking trails, beautiful lakes where you can catch and release fish, you can kayak. It's got big resort pools with water slides, splash parks for kids, clubhouse with fitness centers, and even a private park with ball fields and tennis courts. So you live in Grand Palm, your recreation is essentially at your doorstep. Perfect for families and active adults. Another community, Stony Brook at Venice, offers a similar suite of amenities: large community pool, a skate park, sand volleyball, basketball courts, and a halftime activities director, organizing clubs and events. For nature lovers, Myakka River State Park, one of Florida's oldest and largest state parks, is about 20 to 30-minute drive east. Great for hiking, airboat tours, wildlife viewing, and closer by, Myakka River Park, just off of Laurel Road, gives a taste of the wild Myakka environment with boardwalks and trails. Additionally, there's Jelks Preserve, which is a nature preserve with hiking trails, picnic spots around a habitat for turtles, boars, and armadillos bordering the Myakka River. Now, fitness and sports are well supported in this area. There are new pickleball courts seemingly everywhere, thanks to community centers. Beach access will be a little further from home at East Venice, so you're going to be 20 to 25-minute drive, but still an easy drive to catch a sunset or a weekend outing. Now, a big plus, living east means you're closer to upcoming sporting venues like Atlanta Braves Cool Today Park, just south in Wellen Park, for baseball games and other events that they have there at the stadium. All in all, recreation in East Venice leans towards community, providing the amenities, the pools, the gym, the courts, and the easy access to wide open nature areas. Shopping and dining in this part of Venice used to feel far out, but it's definitely not true anymore. There's commercial conveniences pretty much just about on every corner, quick access outside your door for everyday shopping. There's Venice Village shops at Jacaranda and 41. There's a Key Center with a Publix and pharmacy at Jacaranda and Venice Avenue. There's lots of eateries, breakfast cafes, Chinese takeout. Also close to this area is the Wellen Park downtown area. The new shops and dining there. There's a public shopping center there. There's pizza shops and other things taking place. Retail, restaurant services. East Venice residents can easily use all these shopping centers, and then you have the Jacaranda corridor going north and south. It's not far from a Home Depot, a CVS, and many other retailers. There's even a few more restaurants right around the new Sarasota Memorial Complex on Laurel Road and I-75. Going in, it seems like almost all the time, east and west I-75, also Laurel Road. Venice area is still developing, so there's going to be more and more commercial areas still coming to town. If you want that special dinner, then you got to drive maybe to the island of Venice or up to South Sarasota. These are easy commutes from East Venice. For now, you definitely won't have to go hungry. There's plenty of grocery shopping and dining all, within 10 to 15 minutes. The benefit of being close to I-75 in East Venice, even if you wanted to go up to Lakewood Ranch, University Town Center is about 30 or 40 minutes for shopping and even a whole slew of new dining restaurant options. Things to do in East Venice, since it's newer communities and many of them are master plans, which means they have social life baked into the neighborhood design. If you move into one of these new communities, you'll likely receive a warm welcome from Newcomers Club or a hobbies group. They have typically like cycling clubs, gardening clubs, and outside of your development. One of the biggest things to do that's new in the area is visiting downtown Wellen. There's a host of live music there, food trucks there, rallies there, farmers markets there every Sunday morning. They even have festivals there around the big lake. This is essentially a new town center that did not exist just, a few years ago. East Venice folks are close to without being in the thick of things, and it's a fantastic place to spend an evening walking the lakefront trail, grabbing an ice cream cone, checking out the events. On a community service note, Wellen Park, with its new public high school going in for the fall of 2026, probably a place that will welcome itself for activities around the school or volunteering. Once it's built, it's likely to serve kids from East Venice, probably sporting events you could attend there, different clubs and things your kids can be involved there or that you could volunteer with. If you enjoy an active homeowners association that fosters community, you'll feel right at home in this area. Just know that these HOAs tend to be a bit more structured. If you've volunteer. There's HOA committees that are always looking for help. In summary, East Venice offers a modern suburban lifestyle, meeting friends for trivia night at the local pub. Many families that flock to East Venice because of these neighborhoods and the schools that are close by. There's also talk of a new K-8 middle school out in this area supposed to be taking place. Right now, the kids go to Venice Middle School, which is right in your neighborhood, and high schoolers go to Venice High School. So education-wise, this area is on the up and up. It's top-notch, and that's why a lot of families do prefer this area. Many of the schools have top-notch programs, AP courses, sports and arts, and also notable East Venice growth means many pediatricians, childcare centers, after-school programs have followed, and you have a lot of these type of facilities out in the area. You'll find lots of fellow parents and likely a very involved group of parents, no matter what school your child attends. The bottom line, schools are either already great or getting better, making East Venice a very appealing place for families. All right, let's talk about housing types in East Venice. And this can be characterized by a combination of newer construction, resort-style living. You'll see a lot of Mediterranean inspired architecture in these new communities like barrel roof tiles, archways, as well as modern coastal design. Homes were typically built in the newer sections of East Venice, 2010 and newer. Some actively still under construction. Popular community names include Grand Palm, Stony Brook at Venice. Grand Palm and Stony Brook tend to be two of the very large communities for housing options, but there also are small communities located out in this area. Housing options in these neighborhoods range from single-family homes, all sizes. You've got small villas from just over 1,000 square feet to large two-story homes that are, 3,500, 4,000. Many of these communities are gated and all have HOAs, so expect amenities and corresponding fees to go with that. Home prices in East Venice vary by size and community. Smaller villas or townhomes start around 300. Can even find something a little bit lower than that. Then larger single-family homes average 400 to 600s, and then you have larger homes to up over $1 million for upscale homes on some of the premier neighborhoods, especially if you're on a prime lot, facing a lake or that type of thing. Another note is when considering newer builds, you'll find open floor plans, higher ceilings, big modern kitchens, energy efficient features, and lots of smart home tech that's already mixed in with the homes. Many homes have water view, preserved views. Since the developer developed these communities around these large retention lakes and ponds on green buffers, they tend to have a lot of views of these newer homes. Often included at least easy is that your yard maintenance is included, so that's something you don't have to worry about. One key difference from old East Venice, I mentioned earlier, is the lot sizes are generally smaller in these new developments. You trade a bigger yard for a smaller yard where it's maintained. If you're looking for space from your neighbors and a little more elbow room, in these new communities, not likely, but there are some options in East Venice because there's some older established neighborhoods that have been there for a long time. You'll find East Venice will also have some estate-type neighborhoods where the homes were built in the 80s and 90s, like Venice Acres, where every home sits on an acre or more of land. And then you have Venice Farms, where homes sits on 5 and 10 acre parcels. The homes in these areas may need some work because they're older, may not have been maintained, but you can also find homes built within the last 20 years. So there's a mix of different neighborhoods in East Venice. There's actually a neighborhood called East Venice, which is an older neighborhood right along US 41. It was built in the 60s and 70s. It's known for the Venice East 18-hole executive golf course in the midst of it. If you're a casual golfer, living on this course is affordable and fun. The neighborhood is quiet. It's great for biking and connecting different places. There's no formal HOA. There's no community feel per se, but you'll be close to 41 all the shops. Another neighborhood to consider is Venice Acres, Venice Farms, and Myakka River Estates. Those are all options if you're looking for acreage, over an acre of land, up to 10 acres, lots of privacy, mature trees, and that old Florida feel. You'll have space, but you're still in Venice, close to schools and retail, not a 30-minute drive into town like you may have to find out to get out in East Sarasota. Another neighborhood worth mentioning is Jacaranda West, Lakes of Jacaranda. The Jacaranda West area, including the Lakes of Jacaranda, and Chestnut Creek nearby offer homes built primarily in the 80s and 90s. Lots of nature built into them, built with lakes and walkways and paths. If you want that feel, then consider one of those neighborhoods. The lots tend to be a little bit bigger also. Grand Palm, I already called that out. A neighborhood, I've mentioned it a couple times. It's a standout family neighborhood, family friendly, lots of kids, lots of amenities. It's got that camp-like vibe in a good way, with big parks and lakes and stuff for kids to do. You can launch your kayak, you can walk on trails. They have villas and they have homes all the way up to largest estates. Retirees in here are mixed in with the families. There's Stony Brook of Venice. If you want a gated feel and a bustling activities roster, check out Stony Brook, built in the 2000 to 2010, and now has mature landscaping. Lots of families live there. It's known for affordable HOA fees, given it has a clubhouse, resort pool, fitness center, skate park, and even inline skating rink. Houses are typically 3 to 4 bedroom, single family. The East Venice area lifestyle for the new developments is a modern suburban living feel. It's with a Florida flair. It best suits those people who want to have all their amenities within their community. All the houses have a uniform look. You'll enjoy the manicured landscape yards. You have the community pool. You'll have lots of neighbors that be easy to connect with quickly. You become friends with a lot of people throughout the neighborhood because of the organized activities. This area is fantastic for young families, evidenced by the playgrounds and the strolls you'll see in the community if you go there for a view walking in the evening. It's also great for early retirees who still are working, perhaps from home. You get a little bit extra space. It's a quiet environment. Home probably has a home office. East Venice is also good for retirees who don't mind spending a short drive to get to the beach rather than walking distance. Communities offer pickleball, biking, neighbors, things to do, so you won't feel isolated at all. Many empty nesters choose these areas for the new homes and to be near their adult children who also may live in Venice. Seasonal residents prefer this area, but they may prefer something like the plantation condos or single-family homes where there's more of a snowbird presence. Some of the snowbirds do love Grand Palm villas as well. If you highly value your privacy and you don't want an HOA telling you what to do, then East Venice new communities may not be the right feel for you. They do have restrictive rules to keep everything looking nice, but you find most of it worthwhile, and it's a trade-off, and it's not overbearing. You have the beautiful amenities, the vibe, the neighborhood, everything is conforming, and families feel welcome and comfortable there. Family-oriented and forward-looking, so close to shops and things to do. If you want to be part of an area that's truly the future of Venice in the making and enjoy a lifestyle where you can go from morning swim in a community pool to an evening golf cart ride throughout the neighborhood, have wine with neighbors, then East Venice is probably a great fit for you. All right, let's jump over to Wellen Park, number 6, formerly known as the West Villages. It's a massive master planned area in the southern edge of Venice. It's actually Venice PO, but most of it is in the city of Northport. It deserves its own focus because it's essentially a new town with multiple neighborhoods, including a downtown area, a main street, lots of buzz that's taking place there. This is one of the fastest growing areas in the United States. The recreation in Wellen Park was designed for the resort style recreation, and you'll see that in just about every neighborhood. The crown jewel is the new downtown Wellen Park area, in addition to Cool Today Park. Downtown Wellen area features a large lake that has a 2.8-mile walking, biking trail encircling it. There's a kayak launch there and rentals where you can rent a paddleboard, put it in and spend a day out in the lake or a few hours. You'll also find outdoor fitness classes, yoga by the lake, anyone. A community outfitter offers bike and kayak rentals. There's plenty of green space, including a green lawn for yoga, tossing a frisbee. There's also a huge playground. A splash pad is a hit with kids and grandkids. And there's even a planned outdoor ice rink. For sports fans, Cool Today Park, the Atlanta Spring Training Stadium is right there around the corner. Beyond catching a spring training game, you can join recreation leagues, attend events there, also use the public walking trails around the stadium. Each of Wellen Park's neighborhoods also has its own list of amenities. For example, Island Walk, one of the largest communities, has 2 clubhouses, has multiple resort pools, has pickleball, tennis. It has a community garden, has its own activities director. Grand Paradiso has a lavish clubhouse with a giant pool, tennis courts, and even pickleball. Reflecting an exploding popularity of the sport, many active adults in these neighborhoods play pickleball clubs. The new neighborhoods like Wellen Park Golf and Country Club offers, you guessed it, a golf course integrated into the community, along with a clubhouse and fitness center. Not only have this golf course, but you have Sarasota National, the Plantation, and Boca Royale. There are also plans for more nature parks and greenways connecting the various districts of Wellen Park. You can be as active as you want, walking and biking. You can golf cart. It's pretty much a norm. Leave your place, golf cart through the neighborhood down to the shopping and dining. In these developments, you'll really enjoy your outdoor living. You'll find that there's lots of shaded benches. There'll be places to walk your dogs. There'll be water views to enjoy. It's like living in a year-round vacation retreat. And when you want to go to the beach, the closest beach, Minnesota Beach or Venice Beach, is only roughly a 20-minute drive away, which many residents visit regularly. Shopping and dining in Wellen Park is really coming of its own. It's become a destination for people to go to for dining. So it's right there in your backyard. The centerpiece is all the nice restaurants that are popping out right on downtown Wellen. And right around the corner, there's Publix anchoring the Marketplace Shopping Center that has additional groceries, a Starbucks, a nail salon, and also casual eateries like pizza and Mexican and that type of thing. Wellen Park has announced plans for a phase 2 of the downtown, which will include even more retail and a 3,000 person event venue. So soon you might see a movie theater take place there, larger stores, but for now they're about 10-minute drive to get to Northport or up to Venice. But the intent of Wellen is really the residents can just stay there. Most of everything you need is right within the community, and it's heading that way quickly. Dining options already cover a wide gamut of pizza, sushi, burgers, farm-to-table, dessert shops. Many offer outdoor seating where you can enjoy Florida's weather. One can anticipate that as Wellen Park grows, it could become a southern extension of Venice dining scene. Maybe with more nightlife too. You'll see there's talk of about brew pubs, wine bars, and that type of thing coming soon. In summary, Wellen Park is evolving into one-stop shop. You can get your groceries, meet your friends for lunch, stop at a boutique, and even attend a concert, all without leaving the community. So things to do in Wellen Park. One word is community. That would kind of define Wellen as everything's built within your community. It's built around the community that you live in, but then that's also built around the downtown Wellen area. It's a tight vibe of community. Residents from various neighborhoods will get together at the downtown Wellen. There's a whole calendar of events packed from seasonal festivals, holiday lights, live music on the weekends, waterfront stage. They've had things like wine festivals, art shows that draw residents from both Wellen and from outside of Wellen. If you like to stay busy, you could be out at a community event several times a week. Then within your own neighborhood, you may have your own clubs. Island Walk, for example, has like over a dozen different clubs, pickleball clubs, photography clubs, veterans clubs. That's easy to meet people, and these neighborhoods like this are a place that's just an example where tons of things to do. Plus, if you're interested in volunteering, there's lots of opportunities for that, especially within the community and outside of the community. Wellen Park also prides itself at being a golf cart friendly community. So much of it that, many households have a decorated cart, or they even have a holiday golf cart parade. With so many newcomers, people are generally very open to making new friends. Almost everybody waves. Everybody's from somewhere else and is eager to build community in Florida. For retirees, there's the Veterans Wall in downtown Wellen as a gathering point on Veterans Day. For families, there's future plans involving a community YMCA and additional schools, which will become hubs in themselves. It's not exaggeration to say that Wellen Park is a full master planned life experience. You can live, work, some new office space is even planned too, and play in one area. The upside, extreme convenience and engagement. The only slight downside is because it's new. Some of the aspects of the culture are kind of manufactured at this point. It's quickly developing in a genuine local spirit as traditions take root. If you like the idea of living a self-contained community where something is always happening, Wellen Park will not disappoint. All right, let's talk about the schools. Wellen Park is carving out its own educational facilities to match its growing needs right now. It's served by a mix of schools from Taylor Ranch to the north, LA Anger Middle School down in Inglewood, Venice Middle School, Lemon Bay High School in Inglewood, Venice High School up in Venice. Just depends on the exact location of where you live and which community you live in. But relief is coming. As mentioned, there's a brand new Wellen Park High School. It's under construction now, and it's scheduled to be done in the fall of 2026. It'll likely be drawing students from Venice High, Northport High, and Lemon Bay High. Additionally, a new K-8 school is planned in the community. The concept is that kids in Wellen Park will eventually be able to go to brand new neighborhood schools right nearby. In the interim, the State College of Florida, CFCS, has a location in Wellen Park, and there's a charter high school program that lets students graduate with an AA degree, which is a unique opportunity for high-achieving high school students. There's also the Imagine Charter School at Northport. It's not very far away, and some families choose that as an option. Wellen Park families have been very active in school advocacy, pushing for these new schools, so expect parent involvement to be strong. When these schools are open, younger kids, and plenty of them, I'm sure there's going to be more daycare centers, preschool centers. They started to open up, and you'll see more options for that as well. To sum it up, education in Wellen Park is rapidly catching up to the community's needs. If you're moving here with school-aged children, you might be on the frontier of new school communities, which, in that way can be exciting in itself. So there'll be new facilities, new PTAs, maybe a couple bumps in the road, maybe some transition, but these are all going to be Sarasota County schools. Sarasota County Schools is a top-notch school district, and they ensure that these new schools, I'm sure, are going to maintain high standards. And again, older folks in Wellen will appreciate these schools too, because there's often opportunities to volunteer, attend plays and games, and it becomes more of just a school. It's everything that touches the community, making this a multi-generational community in spirit. Now let's talk about the housing types in Wellen Park. You're going to find a wide range of housing types. Most of the neighborhoods have a resort type feel. It's kind of like a mini villages, each different. Each builder builds the communities separately. Some of them are small. You have single family homes ranging from compact 2-bedroom cottages, just over 1,000 square feet, to expansive 5-bedroom family homes. The homes typically are Mediterranean or coastal. Sometimes they are contemporary. Many have water views or preserve views. Many have yards. The yards are on the smaller side, so maintenance a lot of times is included. You may have 2-story homes, but most of the time you have a lot of 1-story homes. A lot of times you'll have 3-car garages, a place to put your golf cart. Like Avelina offers a luxury single-family boutique homes in the setting of small gated enclave, and you may only have 100 or 200 homes. You have paired villas in this area. This is very popular for retirees and snowbirds. 1-story, you have side-by-side duplex, basically shared by a center wall, but they come with 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a den with a 2-car garage. It's like a single family home, but it's lower maintenance. You can lock it and leave in the winter. The lawn care is usually included. Communities like the Renaissance and Island Walk have plenty of these villas, and these villas are typically priced in the low 300s up to the 400s, making them attractive for seasonal living, just for a small home to come and go to. There's also townhomes. Some of the townhomes offering, for instance, in downtown Wellen, there's future phases. There may be some additional apartments, townhomes that are going to be right close to the downtown area. A couple other neighborhoods to mention, the Preserve and the Oasis neighborhoods, they have some townhomes built by D.R. Horton. These are great for first-time buyers and for those who don't need space. And condos, there's also availability condos in Wellen Park. Grand Paradiso has some. coach home condos, large 4-unit buildings, each with a condo, one floor with garages, and then going up from there. 55 plus community is also available. Although most of the neighborhoods are not age restrictive, you will find a lot of retirees here. One community, Brightmoor, is a 55 plus specific targeting retirees. Many neighborhoods naturally have a higher 55 plus population due to design, like Island Wash, for instance. It's not officially 55 plus, but it kind of caters to early retirees and retirees. And the majority of the residents there are around 55 to 60. Homes here are new and under construction in Wellen Park, meaning you get a builder warranties on any new homes or almost new homes. Modern construction, modern hurricane safety, insurance is easy and lower. Prices vary. You might snag a smaller villa for the low 300s, while a new single family on a prime lot, custom home built, can range up to 800 plus. Some of them are up to over $1 million. Since it's a master plan community like Lakewood Ranch, Wellen Park still offers a little bit better value than Lakewood Ranch. Most of it does have CDD fees, so take that in consideration. That is an extra tax that you will have on your annual bill, and that pays for the infrastructure. Since it's a master plan, some of the costs of the developer were to maintain the community features like the parks and trails were passed along to the homeowners. So factor that in with your HOA fee when you're comparing costs. What's nice is you can pick a community that fits your vibe. If you want something super active, lots of neighbors, then, choose Island Walk or Grand Paradiso. I think you'll be happy with that. If you want something quieter, more out of the way, then you might find Boca Royale south with an Inglewood address, maybe a better fit for you. In Wellen Park, there's all kinds of housing options, from small villas to large estate homes. There's even apartments for rent close to the downtown. So there's lots of options for you. If you want to rent first before you buy and test the area, that is definitely possible. A lot of people do that, and we help a lot of people sometimes find a rental, check out an area, and then decide where they want to land. If you're forward thinking, you may want to consider buying closer to the new downtown Wellen area. So a neighborhood like Sunstone or Solstice may be the right pick for you. Living in these would put you walking distance, basically bike ride distance to the downtown Wellen area. Consider Renaissance at Wellen Park. This is a mid-sized neighborhood if you were looking for something in between. It's by Matinee. It favors all ages with beautiful new amenity center. There's lots of events and a friendly vibe that takes place, but there's fewer homes compared to some of the mega neighborhoods, about 700 doors compared to some of the others. The home design in this neighborhood is modern. You have Wellen Park Golf and Country Club, which is being built by Lennar. Some of the houses and villas come with bundled golf memberships and others do not. This is a brand new neighborhood. It's in its early stages. So you may find a home that's complete, or you may have an opportunity to get one that's not even built yet. Another neighborhood that may be a consideration for you is Lake Spur. This will offer 1- and 2-story homes. It's more focused towards families with school-age children because its property is adjacent to the new Wellen Park High School. There are a connection paths that are going to be built, walkways, bike paths over to Wellen Park High School. You do your research, look at the fees, amenities. Some are super micro with only 100, 150 homes, and some even less than that. Some have tons of amenities, some with none. The lifestyle that's best suited for Wellen Park is a lifestyle living in a resort all the time, whether it's in your community or just outside your gates by going over to downtown Wellen. Retirees, full and semi, are flocking to this area because it offers an endless vacation feel. You can fill your days with golf, pickleball, pool, aerobics, and then dine by the lake, watch lively music at night with a concert, start friendships. And many folks are from, the Midwest and the Northeast in addition to out West. So it's easy and fun to meet people that have same interests, same background as you. There's definitely snowbirds and seasonal buyers that love this area too. They find a place that they come and visit for just 2-3 months out of the year. And then when the season's over, they'll lock up and take back up north, and they feel comfortable with their home being there vacant and not worrying about it. For families, Wellen Park is also wonderful, and it's starting to get more and more people consider it for family living because of the new schools, like I mentioned, in the neighborhoods that are interconnected. In this area, teens may say, hey, there's less to do here than compared to a city. But with the new up and coming downtown Welland, even they have a spot to skateboard, get a tea with friends, paddleboard, and visit the different shops and like that after school. Welland Park is ideal for early retirees who still might consider working remote. The environment is stimulating, but it's not stressful. There's high-speed internet everywhere. So you can work from home, work from the little shops in the downtown. If you're an investor, Welland Park may even be an option for you to consider. These properties have strong demand for rentals, seasonal rentals. Some of the HOAs do limit the rentals to 6 months or more, so you just have to check those out and decide. Plus, with the Brave Stadium there and all the events that take place, people like to rent and be in the middle of the action. A few buyer profiles who are choosing Welland Park: empty nesters who want to downsize and have fun, couples in their 60s and 70s moving from colder climates looking for an active retirement. And then you have a mix of young professionals now who don't mind driving to Sarasota for work, but enjoyed affordable housing options here. And anyone who likes to be part of a happening new community. A few type of people that may not be the right fit for Welland Park are probably people who prefer older homes, more mature neighborhoods, people who prefer neighborhoods without HOAs, and people who prefer living closer to the beach. If you must walk to the beach or you insist on being there on a bike ride, golf cart, within 5 minutes, and Wellen Park is going to be a little bit farther away than that. North Venice is an area that geographically, the very northern part of Venice, just like it sounds, it's the most northern portion. A lot of it was annexed by the city of Venice, but I'm also including other areas along Laurel Road, Border Road, extending north to Nokomis, the I-75 corridor. This includes a mix of new developments and some older developments, often with a Venice address, others with a Nokomis address. It's an area known for its easy access to the highway, new communities like Venetian Golf and River Club, Toscana Isles, and many, many more. There's actually many new neighborhoods being just breaking ground in the North Venice area. It's a nice balance of outdoor recreation, convenient access, lots of regional attractions, several outdoor recreation areas like Myakka River flowing to the east. For residents of Venetian Golf and River Club, there's actually a boardwalk and a nature trail along the river within the community, plus a canoe launch, a fantastic way to enjoy Florida. When you say North Venice, think of wetlands, gators, herons, turtles. You've also got Carlton Preserve, 80 miles of hiking trails, equestrian trails, mountain bike trails, kayak launches, and canoe launches. It's a great place to watch wildlife like deer and smaller animals and birds. But then also in North Venice, you've got a place for golfers. Venetian Golf and River Club has an 18-hole championship golf course on site. And just across I-75 in Nokomis is Calusa Lakes Golf and Country Club. A short drive south, you have golf in Venice. You've got water activities close to North Venice, like Nokomis Beach, but you've also got Shaka Creek and Donna Bay. So if you're into boating, kayaking, paddleboarding, it's all right there for you. If you love cycling, right along Laurel Road is the Legacy Trail. You can jump in, ride your bike up to Sarasota. Close by also is Oscar Scherer State Park. Right up 41, only about 2 miles. You've got a freshwater lake, you've got camping there, and it's a short drive down to Nokomis Beach, boat launch, that type of stuff that's there. For shopping and dining in North Venice, it's strategically located where it's easy access to both Venice and Nokomis. For shops, you've got a lot taking place. You've actually got in Laurel, Nokomis, right by I-75 and Laurel Road, a new supermarket. There's an Italian restaurant there. Lots of different convenience stores coming to that area. Right along Pinebrook, also just on the east side of I-75. There's new cafes, there's hardware stores, vets, clinics, salons, a lot of everything right close by. You're close to Venice Avenue, Jacaranda Avenue, but if you want to head to downtown Venice, you're about a 15-minute drive. If you head up to 41 and go north from there, you've got a lot of restaurants right along Tamiami Trail. You have the Waterfront 2, which is a seafood steak place, and then Just up the street, another great restaurant, Italian restaurant, and then you've got Rosebuds, steak and seafood. This has an excellent reputation, and many people, for a special night out, will make reservations at Rosebuds. You're going to have to do a little bit of driving because North Venice is a little bit separated. So you've got I-75 and Jacaranda, Venice Avenue, Laurel, everything up that way. But to get to different places, you're going to have to drive. If you wanted to take dinner out and go a little bit further, you can go down to Wellen Park and probably be there in 15, 20 minutes. If you want to ride up to take a quick drive up to Sarasota, the Palmer Ranch area is very close to North Venice. What I like about North Venice is kind of the sweet spot between Venice and Sarasota. A 20 to 30 minute drive, you can be at UTC Mall off of Sarasota. You can be in downtown Sarasota. You can be in the Gulf Gate area. Many different options for you all in this area. The coming growth along Laurel Road is also planning to bring in more commercial development. So it just means that more and more things are going to get closer to North Venice, bringing more dining and options. Now let's talk about things to do in North Venice. You might not have a central town center, but the community thrives around its different neighborhoods. You've got several larger neighborhoods like Venetia Golf and River Club has a very social, active scene taking place throughout the neighborhood. You've got clubs, you have dining, you have happy hours, you have events for residents like bridge games, trivia nights, holiday parties, and that type of thing. Also in the same area, North Venice, you have Toscana Isles. Same type of active lifestyle. There's an activities director. There are different organizations that take place just among the residents there, like drinks in the driveway, meet-up game nights at community center, full moon yoga. There's a lawn, pickleball courts, or if you just want to relax by the pool, that's an option as well. There's also in this area some older neighborhoods in North Venice, like the Sorrento neighborhoods. These have informal community groups. They don't have the big community centers, but perhaps they have a boating club or a recreation club that brings people together, block parties, fishing. North Venice gives you quick access to the marinas. It gives you quick access to the Venice Nokomis boat ramp, Nokomis Beach, the North Jetty, where you can launch your paddleboard or your kayak. Some communities like Sorrento Woods actually have a community boat launch right within the community where you've got access to the creek and the bay. Volunteerism and civic engagement are high and present in these North Venice neighborhoods as well. You've got the Laurel Nokomis Community Center. You can join beach cleanups. You can volunteer at many of the schools for arts and culture. You can easily attend Venice Theater for a show, pop up to Oscar Scheer State Park for many seasonal festivals that take place, like a Halloween trails or an Earth Day event. North Venice benefits from being a residential area that's peaceful but not isolated. It's easy for residents to participate regularly in larger Venice Nokomis community events. You're in a quieter enclave, you're separated from the hustle and bustle, but yet it's all very close to you. Imagine this is your pattern. You go for a swim down at Nokomis Beach. In the afternoon, you do golf. In the evening, you catch a sunset, relax with friends out in the barbecue at the community center. So there's lots of things to do. Let's talk about schools in North Venice. Families like the North Venice area because it sits at an interesting crossroads and several school zones. You've got Sarasota County Schools, again, that covers all of Sarasota County. And as a result, schools are highly rated. You have Laurel Nokomis School. This is a K through 8. It's got very strong academics. It's got a lot of community involvement. The bonus is that there's no switch. You go from elementary school to middle school. Students seem to thrive there. Teachers are very committed there, and parents are very involved. Some of the kids in this North Venice area may actually go to Venice Elementary School. As an elementary school student, that's highly rated. The high schoolers will go to Venice High School. I want to also mention that just up the road in Osprey is Pineview School for the Gifted. This is an accelerated magnet school for gifted students, 2nd grade all the way through 12th grade. It's in Osprey. It's very highly sought after. In addition to that, you have private schools like Epiphany Cathedral, Catholic School K through 8, which is close by, Venice Christian School, which is close by. You would have to still drive those from North Venice. North Venice is very family friendly, even though many of the communities appeal to retirees. You'll find kids playing in the streets in Toscana Isles and Laurel Lakes, and you'll see families driving through the golf cart full of the parents and the kids. Don't forget the proximity to the interstate, which really makes it ideal for parents that may commute to Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, downtown Sarasota, or Bradenton. even St. Pete and Tampa. You have easy, quick commute off of I-75 from North Venice. North Venice is a blend of good schools, good housing, attracts many families, in recent years even more so. You'll find plenty of new friends in your neighborhood. And now let's talk about the housing types. You have a wide range of housing types in North Venice. You've got luxury homes in some secluded gated communities. You've got some very modest homes and older homes. A significant portion of housing here is new construction though. North Venice is booming. Within the last 10 to 15 years, it's being built out, and there's probably half a dozen to a dozen small communities that are all gated and all newer communities. Most of the home styles are going to find are villas about 14 to 1,500 square feet, single family homes around 17 to 18 to 2,000 square feet, large estate homes 3,000, 3,500 square feet. You'll find resales in these newer neighborhoods like Toscana Isles that's completely built out, but you'll also find new homes being built in many new neighborhoods. If you're looking for an entry-level home in these newer neighborhoods, you can find a 2-bedroom villa with a den, low maintenance condos. All the amenities are there. You can relax, enjoy your pool, your clubhouse, all your activities, your active lifestyle. And if you happen to be somebody that's not there year round, you can feel comfort that you can lock and leave and have everything taken care of. There's also a new community in this area called Talent Preserve on Palmer Ranch. It's actually in North Venice. It's right off Honore Avenue. This community features gated community, but a neat thing about it is that there's a private gate that leads to the Legacy Trail. So if you're a biker and you want to get up to Sarasota on your bike or travel down to Sarasota, great option for you. Full community amenities, including a restaurant and bar, everything to do for the kids as well, playgrounds, activities, tennis, pickleball, all that takes place. You've got many newer neighborhoods, like I mentioned, but you also have older neighborhoods like Sorrento Woods and the other Sorrento neighborhoods in this North Venice, Nokomis area. Many of those been built out in the 70s and 80s and 90s. But what you will find in these neighborhoods is homes with larger lots, typically a quarter to a half an acre. You're going to find Florida ranch style homes, but some of them may be a little bit bigger, 2 stories. They have HOAs, but the HOAs are not overburdensome. The fees are low, but keep the neighborhoods conforming. In this area also of North Venice, you're going to find a couple small manufactured home communities that give you that ownership option. Many of them are 55 plus if that's something you're curious about. I want to mention Aria, which is a luxury development by Signature Homes by Neil. This is a nice amenity-rich community on the smaller side with about 200 to 300 homes, but many of the homes have exquisite outdoor spaces, pools, fireplaces. If you're looking for a luxury home in this area, then Aria is something you should consider. If you're looking to try to decide which area do I stay in, I just also wanted to point out there are rental complexes where you could possibly land, stay 6 months, 7 months, maybe a year while you check out all the different neighborhoods in the area. Most of the neighborhoods in North Venice are going to be gated communities. The newer ones will have HOAs and sometimes CDD. So if you're going to be considering a home in this area, you just need to take that in consideration with your budget, because that can raise your monthly consideration significantly. Most homes in the North Venice area are going to run from $400,000 all the way up to $900,000 or $1 million, like I mentioned. But there are condos and villas in many of these neighborhoods, and your price points are going to be a little bit lower. High 2s, 300s. A lot of retirees seeking low maintenance find these villas attractive to them because they don't have much maintenance. If you're a golfer, then Venetian Golf and River Club, this gated lush community, may be something you want to consider. Not only does it have golf, it's got a lot of nature, serene living. You're away from everything. It's very quiet. You're east of I-75, and it's a great place to consider if you want a quiet, open spaces. If you're looking for new construction, Toscana Isles may be an option for you. It is already built out, but you can find one of the spectacular homes overlooking the 2 large lakes there. It's got a good mix of young professionals, families, and retirees. Vincenza by Neil is another community to consider in this area of North Venice. It's smaller, not large by any means. It's about 500-600 homes, most of them new, but they are still building. They still have some home sites available. Nicely crafted homes. It does have a pool, pickleball courts, a dog park for residents. It's good for those wanting new but not a mega community. I mentioned some of the Sorrento neighborhoods. If you're looking for an HOA but don't want to worry about a CDD, Sorrento neighborhoods may be right for you. A little bit larger lot, conforming neighborhoods. Some of them actually have private boat launch, like Sorrento Woods, for example. Some of the homes are located on the creek and you have docks. Everybody in the neighborhood can access a little private park for picnics or to put in a kayak or a boat and make your way out to the intercoastal waterway and the ocean. There are a few spots of North Venice on this Nakoma Sorrento area that do have stately type homes on larger lots, anywhere from a half acre to an acre. That's also could be a consideration for you if you're looking for something with space, close proximity to Sarasota, but still be in the North Venice area. North Venice does definitely appeal to families. It's often that you'll see some of these neighborhoods, especially close to the Laurel Nokomis corridor. Lots of neighbors with kids out there playing in the neighborhood, playing basketball, riding their bikes in the afternoons. You're going to find seasonal residents that are only here in the winter also like North Venice. It's a little bit more residential, less touristy, so it could be the perfect blend if you want a place just to relax and also gives you the option to lock and leave when you're not in town. It could be also be an option for investment buyers if you're looking to invest in a home. If you want to be close to the beach, you want to be close to Sarasota, you want to be a place that appeals to working families, then North Venice is a good option for that. Because of its proximity to Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, you'll find a lot of working families gravitate to the North Venice, especially if they have children. So I think North Venice is a good fit for that if you're looking to invest in a home in an area that's highly sought after. As Sarasota continues to grow and Lakewood Ranch continues to grow, this is just a short drive, 4 or 5 exits up the road and you're in Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch. Generally, North Venice appeals to those seeking modern comfort, nature at hand, and a strategic location. It's not for those craving an urban scene or wanting to walk to nightlife. You know, you'll be driving everywhere you need to go. But if the idea of sipping a cup of coffee with a lake view or a golf course view in your backyard appeals to you, if you're heading out to meet friends at the clubhouse, taking a short trip close to downtown but not being in it, being close to the beach but not being on top of it, then North Venice is going to appeal to you. All right, so now that we've covered all the different Venice areas, maybe Venice has moved up on your list of consideration, but you're still weighing your options throughout the Florida or maybe the Gulf Coast. Whatever you decide to do, I'm here as your local realtor and I'm happy to help you, your real estate expert. I'm a proud resident of Venice. I can provide more details, can set up a neighborhood search for you. I can have you tour homes with me when you come to town. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this deep dive into Venice. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did and subscribe for more insightful Florida real estate content. I regularly share different videos about different communities, spotlighting certain ones. I'll give buying tips, market updates, so you won't want to miss those. And if you're serious about moving here, finally, I personally invite you to reach out, send me a text, give me a call. I'd be happy to be your relocation expert. David Zachos, contact info is on the screen below. And so whether you have just a quick question, feel free to reach out. I enjoy serving. That's one thing that I did in my law enforcement career, and it's one thing that I enjoy. I was a deputy detective and school resource officer for 25 years. Now I tell people I serve in this capacity under my second chosen profession, law enforcement. I really helped serving people. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this in-depth look. If you get into the area or you're stepping by, please feel free to reach out. Drop me a comment on which area you think may be best fit for you. If you have any questions on something I didn't cover, I'm happy to respond to that. Until next time, again, thank you for watching. I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.